What is going on, Battlefielders? This is ForeverAzrael
and Kuzu Ranger, bringing you episode 2 of our series we call Contingency Plan. Our goal in this episode is to show you how to adapt and play smart for a round of Gunmaster.
Now, it would appear that a lot of players tend to struggle when it comes to Gunmaster. Maybe because it's not your typical battlefield-oriented game mode, it's more back to basics, so to speak.
Yeah, so we're aiming to bring you a few of our own tactics when it comes to this particular game mode. How to ultimately do well and get the win.
Right, things like anticipating enemy movement and providing you with weapons tips, which should hopefully prevent you from going on all those dreaded death streaks.
Okay then, how about we get this thing started? So put the kettle on the stove, get your tea bags ready, and enjoy the show. Alright, since this is Gunmaster mode, we obviously need to master each gun, but instead of discussing 17 weapons in detail, just gonna briefly describe the main genres. You want to get up close for those pistol kills, get out to a fast start or it'll cost you later. Take advantage of the accuracy and big clip of the MP443, but make sure you're right up in someone's grill for the 93R and watch that recoil. It's always a good idea to flank and get those easy kills from behind, just make sure you're not dying constantly in the process. Do you feel lucky, punk? I do. Take risky shots because all it takes is one headshot with the Magnum to kill. Then again, you may have to spam away if faced with multiple enemies. And don't forget to knife those suckers when you're stuck reloading. The PDWs are great for close quarter maps, so just spam away. These guns are great for flanking and run a gun, or try jumping down from higher positions for a surprise attack. Use that rapid fire to your advantage, take out your target quickly, and move on to the next tier. Boom! Shotguns are notorious for having short ranges, so make sure you always keep that in mind. The Spas can take out enemies with a well-placed shot, but be careful with that Jackhammer. It's the stupid frag rounds which make this a bitch to kill with the weak shots. Your best bet is to find unsuspecting enemies and get those cheap kills, and if you ever go one-on-one, well, just be prepared to die. The carbines are also great weapons for GM modes, so there's not much to say here. With the laser pointer, you get more stable accuracy when firing from the hip, so don't be afraid to just go around blasting. The ACW and TAR have the best rates of fire in their class, so it should be a breeze getting kills with these. Both assault rifles, on the other hand, are on the slower side of things, so instead of pure run and gun strategy, I suggest to put a greater distance between yourself and your opponents. Play however you want, but realize, especially with the SCAR, that you're firing slower than most of the guns available. Play smarter, play from a distance, and use some cover if you can find it. The strategy for the LMGs is quite simple. Follow your teammates, find the heaviest traffic zones, and just spam the hell out of one hallway or doorway. If you're lucky, you can get multiple kills quickly, and then immediately move on to the next set of guns. The recon weapons take a bit more finesse. The M417 can be spammed, but its accuracy is not the best. Make use of the 2-shot kill at close range, or better yet, take them out with a single headshot. For both guns, I always find it easiest to patrol a long hallway and wait for the action to come to me. Especially with the J&G bolt action rifle, you may have to rely on a quick scoping method, but be prepared to die a lot. The M320 is just a pain in the ass. Find the busiest area and lob them in there. For the last kill, the most effective tactic is to just sneak up from behind him and shank him in the throat. I realize these tips are extremely brief and extremely basic, but they should give you a better understanding of the weapons in GM mode. Good luck.
Okay guys, so in my section of this video, what I'm going to be going over and hopefully demonstrate to you guys effectively is some of the basic in-game strategies and tactics that I like to adopt when I'm typically playing a game of Gunmaster. Now I would like to think that 6, 7, 8, 9 times out of 10 even that I win a game of Gunmaster. It all comes down to playing smart, using common sense, and having a basic good in-game survival instinct. You know, things like when you enter a room, you've got to know your access and egress areas. So that's basically knowing where the enemy can come from at all times. You don't want to be rushing head on into a room by yourself without enemy friendly support. Happening to come into a room that has 4, 5, 6 entrances and coming across half of the enemy team, because chances are, 80-90% of the time, you're going to lose that gunfight and you're just going to end up dying a lot and getting frustrated. So what you're going to do is play smart, like I said, know your access points, egress points, but most of all when it comes to Gunmaster, for me personally, I do like to outflank the enemy. There's no point of always going down the chokeholds, going down the long corridors that have long lines of sight, where people can just sit at the back and camp at their little spot, snipe you with whatever weapon they're using and get easy kills on you. What you've got to try and do is take those extra few seconds to compose yourself and go around the long way. Yes, it might take an extra few moments of the game, but it's going to pay dividends in the long run just by the fact that you will outfox the enemy, you'll come up behind them 6, 7, 8, 9 times out of 10 and get some easy kills by shooting them from behind. Now some players out there may not agree with this tactic or employ it themselves, but it does get you some really easy kills, and yes, I am aware that the tactic itself is a little bit cheap, if you want to call it that. You know, you're not really fighting people head on, but it's playing smart for me personally at the end of the day. So if you guys have any other opinions on what tactics you employ, please don't hesitate to let us know in the comments down below. But another few tactics that I like to employ is, I know I sort of said it before, that you know, people get easy kills by camping long lines of sight and camping corridors, and typically that is not something that I like to do. But when the time comes for it, when the situation arises, all you want to do is just set at the end of a corridor, set up your assault rifle, whatever weapon you happen to have, and just get some easy pickings on the enemies, because people, you know, a lot of the time they just get tunnel vision. Literally all they want to do is get from A to B as quick as they can, go down that one corridor in the map that you know that every other player goes down, and all you need to do is play smart, set up shop, and sit there for a couple of moments, and you will get like 3, 4, 5 kills. And in this gameplay already, I think I demonstrated where the Charlie flag would be on this map that I set up with the AUG, I believe, and I got a couple of kills just by camping that corridor. Now, people don't want to camp all the time, and it's not something that I, you know, employ people to do 100% of the time. Like I said, guys, at the start of the video, it comes down to playing smart and adapting to said situation. If you are a player that is not as aggressive as other players, what you would tend to do is maybe sit behind an aggressive player and, you know, mop up any of his scraps, because more often than not, he is going to rush into a room full of enemies and take out 1, 2, 3 guys, but then die, which leaves you the chance to pick off the remaining couple of enemies that could be in that said room. And what you want to do at the start of every game is get off those dreaded pistols and sidearms as quick as possible. It's common sense, like I've said, guys. Move on from the pistols and get your fully automatic weapons. Go on to your SMGs, go on to your assault rifles, go on to your LMGs. Then the game throws a little curveball halfway through, because you're using the SPAS 12 shotgun and you think you're on a roll and you're thinking, hey, I'm going to do well this game, and then it throws you the MK3A1, the Jackhammer shotgun that nobody likes because you cannot kill anyone with it. It's got frag rounds, and it's, you know, the hitbox detection is pitiful when it comes to that gun. But as soon as you get past that little obstacle, you're onto the fully automatic weapons, and you know, you're pretty home and dry from there. Unfortunately, in this gameplay, I'd flank around an enemy. I think that I got a knife kill on him, but I do get taken out by another one of his teammates who was happening to look over his back, protecting him a little bit. The knife pretty much went into the guy's throat, but unfortunately I died. Then I happened to spawn on the rooftop and come back and kill this guy because he didn't check his corners, giving me the penultimate kill of the round and therefore winning the game.
Well, that's it for this episode of Contingency Plan. Remember to be aware of your position and what weapon you're using, and you should end up with better results.
But also remember to have fun. We hope you guys found this video useful and entertaining, so make sure to leave your constructive feedback in the comments down below.
Stay tuned for next episode when we cover Armored Kill, to be released in September.
Thanks for watching, guys and girls. This has been ForeverAzrael and KuzuRanger.
Peace.